Hello everyone, this side Preet Kanwar. I'm a lecturer at Mehtan Polytechnic College, Jalandhar. Today I'm here to share with you an important information related to the computer programming using C subject. But before starting with the subject details, I would share with you uh, an important information related to the COVID-19, and that is about Mission Fateh. That is a campaign run by the Punjab government. And here I would like to tell you that we should take some precautions like wash our hands regularly, use sanitizer, use mask, and maintain the social distancing rules so that we could come out of this pandemic situation as early as possible. So let's move on quickly towards the subject, that is CPUC. That is our subject for today. The topic I will be discussing is C programming structure. So when we talk about the structure of the C program, then we are having some of this points, some of these points that we have to follow whenever we need to make our C program, right? So first thing that we need to follow is the document section. That whenever we have to make a C program, we should follow these points, and according to this, we will write our program. And if these things will be taken care, kept in our minds, then definitely it will become very easy to make a program. So first thing, that is the document section. Then after, link and definition section are there. Then after is the global declaration section, the main function section where the declaration is done, where the execution part is done. Then after is the sub program section. Then what is the function of the sub program section is, if we need to do something repeatedly in the main function, then we use the sub program so that we could use it again and again in the main. So let's discuss all these points in detail. But before discussing them in detail, here let's check out the structure of the C program along with this section name. Let's check out how and what this section actually does, right? So first of all, there is a document section. What a document section, the purpose of it is to tell the purpose of the program. For example, say we are writing the program to add two numbers. So this document section will tell us that what program we are writing. So in the document section, you have to mention that what is the name of the program what you are making. Then in the link section, you have to provide the link that from the library which function you are to use. It says hash include, then triangular bracket stdio.h. What is stdio.h? That we will discuss later. That is the library function, basically standard input output function, that I will tell you in detail whenever we will study about the library functions, right? Then after, there is a definition section. What definition section means, if we are using something, some particular point or some particular variable repeatedly, for example pi, when we use pi, then it means 3.14 or 22/7. That is the meaning of pi. So if we are using, say, some mathematical program we are making, and we need pi a number of times in that particular program, then what we will do is we will define it globally initially. We will define it initially before the starting of the main function, so that we do not have to write 3.14 again and again in the program, and we should write only pi, and it will be considered as pi, and as its value is already defined. Then after, there is a global variable declaration. Global variable means, if there is any variable that you need to use in your function as well as in your sub function or sub program, then you have to declare it globally, and its value will not be changed in the function or the sub function. So it is to be declared initially and globally, and it will be used in function as well as in the program. So its value will be changed according to the program that you are making. Okay. Then after the main function, when it starts, then initially there will be initialization, there will be variable declaration, there will be program statements, there will be the things, there will be the sequence of instructions that you are to make. Then after, when we talk about the subprogram section, then there will be function name and then the statements that we are to perform. So this was a quick overview of the structure, that how it will make. So let's discuss these sections in detail. So first of all, there is a document section. As I've already told you, it tells us about the documentation, that whatever is the name of the program or any comments you want to say, anything you want to write in a single line or in multiple lines about the program, about the theory of the program, or anything that you know or you want to tell the user. When a programmer is making the program, it is constructing the program, and some other person as a user is reading that program, so he or she should not have any kind of a doubt that what a program is all about, what is written here, why is it using these kind of variables and all these things. So if you want to clear all these things, then you have to mention them in the document section, but you cannot write it as it is. You have to make a, if you need to write it in a single line, then you have to make 2 slashes, and if you want to write a multiple line comment, then you have to write a slash with a star and write your comments, and then after end up with the star and slash again. Okay, so the document section consists of statements. They are used in the program to improve the readability and understanding, as I've already told you, right? The comments are not executed in the programming. This anything that is being written in the document section by denoting with the this double slash or the star slash, then they will not be executed. They will be for the help of the user only, and compiler has nothing to do with them. Compiler will not understand those comments. It will be just for the readability and easy understanding of the user only. So comments help to understand the logic of the program. Okay, then next one is the link section. So what do you mean by the link section is that it, as I've already told you, that it includes the standard libraries, the predefined library functions that are already inside the compiler. So it consists of a preprocessor directives which link the compiler to the standard library functions. The preprocessor directive is the hash include that will link the compiler, that will help the compiler to link with the standard library function that was written in the triangular brackets, that was stdio.h, right? So that is the standard library function. Okay, so the hash is basically the preprocessor directive. The include means it will tell the compiler to include this library function. Which kind of library function? stdio.h. Some more library functions are also there that we will discuss later. Then after, we include different library functions. For example, as they are here given the example, that is, they are basically called as the header files also, or the library functions they are called. This header file consists of standard input output function. Then math.h consists of mathematical function. Then another one is conio.h, that is console input output functions. So like this, we are having variety of standard library functions or header files that consists of different types of functions that are to be utilized in the while writing the program. So this section will include those standard functions, and it will help the compiler to match up with the program, right? The next one is the definition section. In this, it defines all the symbolic constants, as I have already discussed with you, that is the pi, as we were writing that pi value, right? Then is the global declaration section, means globally when we have to declare some variable globally, that we need to change in the main program also, and in the sub program also we have to use some similar variable, then we can declare it globally. It is not necessary, it is not a required condition that you have to declare something globally. If you do not require it, do not declare. It's completely fine. So this link section is compulsory section that we have to include. This document section is not at all compulsory. This is this will improve the readability and understanding of the user that is using that program. So that is why if you will include it, it will help to know about the something about the program, or at least the program name should be included. Otherwise it is not necessary. Then the definition section is also, if it is needed, then you can use it. Otherwise you do not use it. It is not necessary. Then is the global declaration section. This is also not a required function or a required section. It declares the global variables. They are used in more than one functions or outside the functions, as I have already told you. Then the last one is the main function. This main function is the special and the most important function that is used in any C program to tell the compiler where the program starts. We have to write main in small letters, MAIN, with the round brackets along with it, two round brackets along with it, as it has mentioned over here, right? So this program, this this word, this is a keyword that basically tells us or tell the compiler that here now the program has been started. This is the one thing that the program has been started exactly. So if it consists of more than one computer, if it consists of more than one compiler, can't tell from where the program has to be started, right? So if there will be more than one main functions, then the compiler will be confused that from where to start. So by writing the main program, then in the next line, the opening curly bracket and the closing curly braces, they are the indications of the main functions. That the opening curly braces, that will show the beginning of the main function, and the closing curly braces will indicate the end of the main function. So all the C statements in the main function, they should be terminated with a semicolon. It is must to note that whenever we need to write any kind of a program, when we are end up with the line, we should use the semicolon at the end of the line, so that it will show you that the line has been ended. And as I have already told in the previous lecture, that we could write in the compiler, in the C language, we could write in a single line even, and the semicolon will help you to write even in a single line. All the program you can write in a single line and it will be executed if the semicolons are used properly at proper places. Okay, so this was about the structure of the C program, right? Next one is the execution of a C program. So whenever we need to execute the C program, as we have discussed the structure of the C program, and there we need to get to know about how the C program is being written. But now we will see how it is executed. That we are having a software named as Turbo C++. That is the software we use for executing the C program. It is the software that is utilized for the C program execution function, right? So in this function, what we have to do is, first of all, when we need to execute a program, first of all, we need to type that code, that program. So if you could see here, let me enlarge it a bit. If you could see here on my screen, you could see that here what we have written is hash include stdio.h. Then we have started with int main. So int is basically a data type that we will discuss later. So first of all, the main thing is main. Here it is, main we have used with the round brackets, then the curly braces start, then printf. Printf is the command, it is the keyword that we will discuss whenever we will write the we will start writing the programs, right? So printf is the command, and then this is the syntax of the printf, that after writing printf, that what we need to print at the screen, we will start a round bracket and then double inverted commas and write our comment in between. Say it is written hello world, and then the inverted commas close, round bracket and the semicolon, and then return 0 we have written here because we have made it int. If we have made it void, then we don't have to write this return 0, right? So this is the basic program that you will make. I will suggest you that you install your Turbo C++ so that you could know about this better. This is software better, and take some problems, problems from your book, and then try to write it on the program and try to execute it. If there will be some doubts, then I will be clearing them all in the live sessions. Then after writing the code, what you have to do is you have to save the program. When how you will save, you will click on this file link that is given here, and when you will open up this file, there will be a dialog box, there will be a chart appeared, and there will be written save. Then save file using a name, whatever the name you want to, but use the extension .c, right? C turbo C bin hello world .c, use the extension .c, and then save your program by clicking on the OK. When you will save your program, then what you have to do is you have to compile the program, so that the compiler will come to know that how it will convert your this C language, high level, middle level language code into the machine language, right? So the compilation is necessary. So you have to click on the compile and the compile again, compile Alt plus F9. You can do it with your keyboard also, clicking Alt and F9, and along with that, or the second option is use your this mouse and click on the compile and then compile this program. What happens after the compilation is the linking of the libraries. Then the object code is generated from the library functions. Then the linker is there, and that will help you to execute the program. This is the source code that you have written. When you will click on the compile, then what will happen is this compiler will be activated and it will compile your code. It will generate an object code and taking the library functions along with it, that whether they are matching with each other, whether you have included all the library functions that are being utilized in the program. Then the object code will be generated. This object code along with the library will go to the linker section. This linker section will link the two and will find out for any errors, if there are any, if you have missed something, if you have not written the syntax properly, or the logic is not correct, or any runtime error that has been occurred, that will be told by the linker. And then after, if there will be no errors, then the output will be given to the executable program and your output will be executed. See, look at this screen. This is the output screen of your C language program. It has written hello world over here. So after clicking on the run section, not even after compilation, the compiler will be working after compilation, but then if you need to execute your program, you have to click on run, or you have to press from your keyboard Control and F9. Alt F9 for your compilation and Control F9 for running the program, for actually executing the program and to show the output on the screen. So here you could see the screen. I have made it bigger for you all. You can see here hello world is written in the same way as we were writing it in the printf section. So H small, ELO small, W capital, and then after the that exclamation sign and everything. This has been written over here. So this was all about of today's lecture, about the structure and about the execution of the C program. So I hope this is all clear to you. If still there will be any doubts, we will be clearing them in the live sessions. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.